Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again, and welcome to The Roads with Belle. Today, we're going down the roads to an inexpensive emergency preparedness kit. For years on the channel, people have asked about an inexpensive prepackaged kit that includes most of what you need. There's been a number of videos, and I don't even know how many bags we've looked at. Well, we kind of found one by accident. We were putting together some IFAKs, which are individual first aid kits, and we ran across an IFAK style pouch that was relatively inexpensive, and it said it was packed with survival equipment. If you've seen other videos, you know that they're rarely even close to complete, and those that are get expensive. Under normal circumstances, an IFAK pouch is around $30. And one of the items that came with it was a Mylar tent and blanket. That's worth $10. So these were worth the $40 they were asking, and maybe some of the other items weren't complete trash. They showed up. We opened one up, prepared to sort out the junk from the stuff that we could actually use for something, and we were very pleasantly surprised. They are just absolutely packed with the bare basic stuff you might need. Now, none of it's high grade. If you're somebody who spends a lot of time in the woods, this is probably not the item for you. But you also have to acknowledge it costs about half or a third of what your pocket knife probably costs. If you don't want to spend a lot or are on a fixed income, this might be the route for you. I do want to stop here real quick and say this is not a sponsored video. The company doesn't even know we're doing it, but we'll link it in the YouTube shopping feature. And if you order it through that, we get about $1. But that is obviously not why we're doing it. Okay, so anytime you've seen one of these videos about preparing for an emergency, what do you need? Food, water, fire, shelter, first aid kit, and a knife. This has everything but water. You add a LifeStraw or a Sawyer or water purification tablets to this, and you're kind of done as far as basics. Now, obviously, you might want to switch out items for something better. I'm a nurse. The first aid stuff that comes with it just doesn't cut it for me. Okay, so what came in ours? We're going to break it down by category. Food. Obviously, with something this small, you're not getting packaged food inside, but you have a small fishing kit, giving you the means to obtain food. There's also some rope inside that could be used for snares, as well as a paracord-style bracelet, which could also be used for snares. I say paracord style because it looks like paracord, but this is not 550. Water. Nothing. You have to add that. If you're the manufacturer of this, please throw in a few water purification tablets. Fire. When we say fire, that includes other things to create light. This has the standard scrape-style fire starter, and there's one built into the bracelet. It also includes some strings that smell like they've been treated with something to make them catch easier. It has a pocket flashlight that has a strobe setting and a tiny lantern/flashlight. Then there's a couple of chem lights, or glow sticks to normal people. The flashlights don't come with batteries. Shelter. There's an 8x5 Mylar tent with the string to put it up. There's a small Mylar blanket, a rain poncho that feels super thin. Then there's a tiny e-tool. Obviously, it's not comparable to a military-issue e-tool. That's an entrenching tool, by the way, or what normal people call a folding shovel. So, it's not a military e-tool, and it's small. But a military e-tool, even used, costs about the same price as the whole bag. First aid kit. There's a bunch of Band-Aids, tweezers, small scissors, safety pins, triangular bandage, a little bit of gauze, 2 kinds of prep pads, tape, a pair of gloves, and more cotton swabs than I would imagine you would need in most situations. There's also a first aid pouch that is too small to hold all of the first aid stuff. Knife. So there's a pocket knife and a tactical spork with a knife on the back side that is sharp. Keep it in the sheath. Then there's the little hammer / axe / multi-tool that also has a knife on it. That also functions as pliers and wire cutters. Then there's the little ring handsaw. Other items that came with it that don't fit in one of the categories. A pouch to keep water off your phone. A water bottle ring and clip. A few clips. None of those are climb strength. A whistle, a compass, a pen with a window breaker point, and then one of those cards that has a can opener and bottle opener and so on. Now, here's the funny part to the story. The pouch, the whole reason we ordered this, doesn't have the internal fold out part. It is MOLLE compatible, but doesn't have the Velcro tearaway mount. So, to answer a question that has plagued the channel for years, here you go. It isn't perfect, and everybody will have critiques and things they want to change out. But it's inexpensive, and it gives you something for everything except for water. Personally, I'd get one of those LifeStraw cups and keep them together. If you've got something that is more complete for $40, I'd love to hear about it. And one thing I do want to add is that I'm doing this right now because we wound up with them. Don't read into this and think I'm telling you it's time to head to the hills. It's always time to be prepared though. Anyway, there you go. A little more information, a little more context, and having the right information will make all the difference. Y'all have a good day.